Hello, my name is Victor Simone, and in this video we'll be inputting a new residential mortgage application. The first two things you will need is a CMB worksheet, and also you will need a login for Davison Henderson Expert. Once you have those two things, you can log in. Once you log in, the first place you go to if you're creating a new application is Create a New Application. It takes you to this screen. You can do an approval or pre-approval. Purpose of the application, a purchase, and then you can also assign it to a particular agent. So in this case, if it's you would just press your own name here and then you press continue. Now I have already loaded an application, so what I'm going to do is go into the application, and here it is. Okay, so once you create that new application, it will take you to this first page, and you'll start inputting the information. First thing you'll see is the applicant details. So you will start to input those: name, date of birth, social insurance number, phone numbers. You can also input a joint applicant over here. And you will see here on the left, you will see various folders. So this is a little choppy, so it's not one complete form on one page. It's a series of folders here on your left. So you'll just work your way down here, inputting phone numbers, current address here. Okay, so it's just inputting the details you have from the worksheet. Applicant's employment, so you'll input that here. Address if you have it. If you don't have it, just put something there: to be announced. And if you don't have a postal code, just make one up for now. Fill in all the details: job title, occupation, industry. Okay, so you'll be able to just inputting the transactions, inputting the data, assets. Now liabilities. Now you see here these liabilities. These were actually taken from the credit report. So once you've inputted this top portion, you would press save. Okay, so you've inputted all the details: name, addresses, social insurance numbers, dates of birth, employment, and then you go to the credit bureau. Now you do need a CMB worksheet signed by each applicant to request a credit report. So you would request a credit report here. You put in the date you obtained the authorization. You would put here on file, press single, and then you would request the bureau right here. Okay, so you would press that and it would show on the bottom here. And what happens when you copy the liabilities is that it will take all the information from the credit report and it will put them right into your liability section. All right, so you've inputted your liabilities. So you've got your assets, your liabilities here. There are a few tricks along the way, so I'm not going to tell you all of them, but I just want you to give you just the basics here. And the next thing you want to do after you've done that is, you've pulled the credit report, and in this case here, this client's beacon score was 714. Okay, so it's a little slow. I'm just waiting for the file to load. Okay, there it goes. anyhow, the next screen, what you want to do here is after you've inputted that, you pull the credit report. The next thing you want to do is mortgage request details. So you want to go here and you want to actually create the loan amount. And you do so by putting it in here. So you're doing a first mortgage. You put in, and what it'll do as soon as you put in first, it'll start to create the mortgage amount. So we're going to do a first mortgage of $200,000, and you'll have to know what the rates are by using your CMB lender list. So in this case, it's a first mortgage that is under the competitor series. These are clients that would get the best rates because we can prove income and they have a very good beacon score of 714. So here we're going to try our best. Right now the prevailing rate is 359 for a 5-year. So we're going to put that in here. Monthly, compounded semi-annually. Most mortgages are compounded semi-annually. Okay, and right down here, if it's not a 5-year mortgage you're taking, the payments have to all be qualified under the 5-year board rate, but right now it's 5.44%. Okay, so what happens is when you save this, the customer's payments are, in this case, they are $1,008, but down here the qualifying rate is 1213. So your qualifying rate, if you take a 5-year fixed, is $1,008. But if you are using a 1, 2, 3, or a 4-year term or a variable rate, you will have to qualify the deal on the 5-year board rate. This is in the event rates go up during those 5 years. Okay, so the government has a rule that you have to qualify it under the 5-year board rate. So if you take the 5-year, you don't have to worry about that. That will help lower your TDSR. So you can put 359 on there. All right, so I've got this loaded up now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to lender submit, and this is the biggest tip that I'm going to give you now. I'm going to press validate. When you go to lender submit and you press validate, it gives you all the items that you missed. So if you missed any items, it will help you by taking you right back. Okay, and in this case, there was an addition mistake. So I'm just correcting that. Okay, so, and now I'm ready to submit it. So I go back to lender submit, validate it. Okay, and it says here I did not pull a bureau. So I didn't pull a bureau for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here anyways. Normally, a first mortgage, you send them electronically, and it gives you a list of all the lenders. In this case here, usually we would send it to the ones with the lowest rates. Our monoline lenders, CMLS, that's the rate that I used. Now in this case here, just for simplicity, I'm just going to do a manual submission. Okay, and the reason for that is that I don't have a credit bureau. So I'm just going to type in here some information. Okay, in my notes, these are the important things. First of all, I'd like to put the mortgage agent. Okay, and I do that because sometimes you won't be the mortgage agent on file. Certain lenders require us to group all the applications under Victor Simone. So sometimes you're going to be the co-agent. Okay, so we're going to put mortgage agent here. So if you're the mortgage agent submitting under Victor Simone, you would put your name here. So your name goes here. Okay, and then don't forget to put your telephone number and also your email. Okay. Also, what's important is to put down the product name. Okay, so 5-year closed. Sometimes, they have different models of commission. So here we're going to put upfront commission. $112 basis points. This is important because sometimes you're buying down the rate. So if you're ever buying down the rate, you want to make sure when you use the calculator that you correctly determine what the commission is. Sometimes something happens and you want the underwriter to catch the mistake right now. We don't ever want to have a situation where they pay you 65 basis points and you were expecting 85 basis points. Okay, so it's better to always put in the product, the rate, and how much commission the deal is. And then after that, you can just write in the notes, and then you would send. Okay, so this here, I'm going to send it. This is a manual submission, so it looks a little bit different. Now, if you have any questions at all about anything we just did, then what do? Well, we have help and support, so you would just go to help, and you would type in whatever you need here. New application. Okay, so if you ever need some help, try this first, creating a new application. They have screenshots. So they'll take you right through it. The other option you have is that you can also call the 1-800 number. So you can call Davison Henderson Expert, 1-800-732-5638. If you need any help with underwriting your case, please call your manager at CMB Head Office. Thank you.